In a world where the it thing is always changing, sometimes you need a tour guide or two to help you find your way to pop culture's paradise. If you find yourself reminiscing or in need of a good recommendation, these two have you covered. And now, here's your hosts, Joey and Jeff.
Welcome back to Pop Culture Paradise. My name is Joe.
And I'm Jeff.
And today we are talking TV theme songs, but not the TV theme songs you're thinking of. Jeff, what would you say makes a great TV theme song?
I'd say it definitely has to be catchy, right? It has to be fun, upbeat, and usually you can tell exactly what the show is about the moment the theme song comes on.
Now, back in the day, I remember this being described as soon as you hear it, no matter what you're doing in the household, you come bolting back. Like, you know, your sandwich, maybe you'll come back at, like, the break and finish the rest of it, but you need to be there because it could go right into the show, and you don't want to miss this thing. Now, what was an iconic theme song to you?
Gosh, there's so many, right? I mean, for me, Clarissa Explains It All. Jumps right out. Family Matters jumps right out.
It's the bigger love of the family.
Step by Step.
Step by step, day by day, fresh start over, different hands of play.
Obviously, Seinfeld didn't necessarily have one, but had like iconic little jingles to it.
Bow, 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 bow. Yeah.
Exactly. Gosh, as soon as you heard it, you were glued to the TV. You're like, this is about to be good stuff.
You have Home Improvement, you hear Tim Allen's bark, and you're like, ho, I got a half hour with the Tool Man.
Yep.
Now, you did mention Step by Step, and I always thought, like, that's the perfect example of a theme song, because once it plays, you know, they got the kids, the clan, how the family's gonna get together. So if you'd never seen this show, there we go. I kind of know what I'm signing up for.
Yeah, exactly.
So today, I wanted to show Jeff this new, I guess, style of music that also relates to TV themes. These are the ones that, well, they tried for their show. And, you know, you remember Friends. You remember The Office. But these ones faded away, and they have the pedigree. Some of them match exactly the way a perfect TV theme song is. And I wanted to see if these theme songs are as good as I think they are. Do they describe their show without you having actually seen it? So today, Jeff is going to play a game show where I'm going to play little snippets, and he's going to try to figure out what the show is about.
All right, two things real quick. Whenever you do a long, drawn-out setup like this, I know it's about to be a disaster for me. And two, to make sure that this is all legit, I got a blindfold with me. So when you start playing this stuff, I'm going to toss on the blindfold so I cannot get any type of visual to what the show might be about. What's going to happen is when Joe plays it, I'm going to listen and try to decipher what this show is about and maybe even what it would be called.
And for you guys watching at home, try it yourself. Don't look at the screen. The screen will totally give it away, kind of. And let's see how well you do.
I guarantee you I'm going at least 70%.
70%? Wow. All right, because, you know, if you got 30, I would be impressed. All right, we're on for our very first video here. Can you guess this TV theme? I'm going to give you a couple hints going in. Early 90s pedigree. Some famous TGIF actors, but this did not last long.
Just when you think you settled down and you feel like you're almost home, just when the wheels stop spinning round, love sinks in with the plan of its own.
My first impression, there's some sort of relative who's been excluded from his family. He's trying to find them. He probably lives in a van, very similar to Cody. That's my first impression so far.
Love comes in unexpected places. Life turns in unexpected ways. I swear we laugh at these days.
All right, whoever this main character is, he's just looking for happiness. He probably hasn't had a lot of it in his life, and he or she rather needs to find their family and find their happy place.
So do you still think this is a cousin, or you're thinking maybe it's somebody who's gone through something and needs their happy place?
I think it could be a long lost relative. It could just be any member of a family, brother, sister, cousin, whatever, somebody that hasn't been acknowledged, or somebody that didn't know rather that they had a family.
Love comes in unexpected places. Life turns in unexpected ways. Just when you think you're alone, maybe we're almost home. Maybe we're almost home. Maybe we're almost home.
First, what's the name of the show?
Just when you think you're alone, we're almost home. Home is where the heart is, okay? That's what this show is about. This is a family program that you would sit down and watch with your parents every week. What is the name of the show? I'm gonna say Almost Home.
That is correct.
You got it. You got the name of the show. Almost
Let's go!
Home. This show used to be called The Torkelsons. This has a pedigree. It was created by Michael Jacobs, who was the creator of Boy Meets World and Dinosaurs. This featured a young Lee Norris, who played Minkus on Boy Meets World, Brittany Murphy, and Jason Marsden.
Okay.
So it's got all your 90s kids.
No, it really does, doesn't it?
Now, when you said earlier, you said this has to be about somebody who's trying to find their happy place and they left somewhere. Having a hard time making ends meet after her divorce, Millicent Torkelson moves her 3 children to Seattle, where she becomes a nanny to the spoiled Morgan children. I'm gonna give you 50% on that one.
50%? I nailed it!
I don't know, you didn't pick that it was about a mother leaving, but you did get a relative, but you didn't get the nanny. I don't know how you would have picked up the nanny, but...
Yeah, it wasn't painted out very well. So who did this show again?
This was a show for ABC.
Yep.
It ran its first season on June 16th, 1992.
How many seasons did it? Just one?
It went 2. Now, they tried
2.
to make it a little different in the second season. They retooled this show because originally it was called The Torkelsons and then became Almost Home.
And you said it was by the same person that did Boy Meets World and Dinosaurs. So what I'm learning here is they're not all home runs. All right, not for any of us.
No, sometimes you just got to go on to the next idea and abandon it. Now, I did find that this theme song has a little bit of a pedigree to it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was performed by Jennifer Warnes. Now, Jennifer Warnes is remember the female singer in the Love Lift Us Up Where We Belong?
No idea.
You don't know that song?
No. Maybe if I heard it, but your rendition is just not doing it for me.
Well, I wasn't trying to belt it out here. We're not playing Karaoke Revolution. And then this other guy, Joey Scarberry, who, you know that song from The Greatest American Hero, how could this happen to me? Suddenly I'm on top of the world, and it could have been somebody else, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And it's in all the commercials.
I think I know that one.
Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me.
That's who helped perform this song.
Wow.
So it's actually got some people behind it.
Right.
People say it's a tough situation for new faces in the old hometown. But every moment is just interpretation, and somehow it's all some magic around. You kick up your heels, stand your ground.
Ah, man, it's just got... it reminds me of just a lot of those theme songs from that time period. Right before the hook comes in, you got the double time drums. I don't know what I'm picking up from this. First things first, things aren't what they seem to be. I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of relationship that's coming somewhere that from somewhere you might not expect it. I don't know. It's really tough. Like first things first.
So you're saying like probably there's been like an unexpected change or something?
Yeah.
And you said this theme song sounds very familiar?
No, it does. It almost sounds like waiting just around the bend everywhere you. I don't know, for something like that. That's what I'm hearing.
I'm gonna say that you just in figure it out kind of style. I'm gonna say you realize that this was composed by Jesse Frederick and Bennett Salvey, the makers of Full House, Family Matters, and all those big hit TGIF shows. So this actually was pre-Full House, but this is one of the first theme songs, so it's a little forgotten about. Hidden gem.
That's so cool. Why didn't we get into that business? Gosh, those guys are probably rolling in it.
These are my better days. Got an angel on my shoulder. These are my better days.
Better days.
Like a faithful friend when the nights get colder. No cloud gonna darken my sky. No shadow gonna shake me down.
Looking for a friend when the nights get cold. So, all right, this furthers my suspicion that there's some sort of relationship coming out of somewhere you wouldn't expect it. And I'm thinking the show's got to be called Better Days.
That is
2 for 2.
correct.
Let's go.
This is the final 10 seconds of this theme song, and then I want you to do a final guess of what you think the show is about.
All right.
In this town, these are my better days. Better days. These are my better days.
Dude, damn good theme song, though.
Right?
I'm not mad at it. I like it. I want to, listen again.
That's why I said this is my new genre of music, because some of these are like earworms.
I'm going to say this has to be about a guy or a girl that moved to a new town. They're in search for better days, as the, name of the show pertains to. And they come across those better days in terms of a unexpected relationship. That's what I think the show's about.
Brian
That is
McGuire is a
correct.
California teenager who moves in with his grandfather, Henry, in Brooklyn, New York, to ease his parents' financial problems. Helping Brian adjust to his new surroundings were Luther Cade and Anthony the Snake Johnson, two of his street-smart teammates on the Brocktown high school basketball team. Their cynical, no-nonsense English teacher is Miss Winters, and Terrence Dean was their yuppie classmate. This show was considered extremely offensive at its time.
Oh, gosh.
And they said that it had racist elements.
Oh, man.
But I'm going to give you that one. You nailed it. That's new people, new town.
See, I thought it was more grown up, but when you explained it to me, I was like, damn, I was way off. This is a kid moving in with his grandpa. But yeah, I don't know. It's a new person, new place, searching for a better outcome, rather, right?
All right, our next show aired in 1987.
Whoa.
And this is the one that I'm telling you starred somebody who had a little success in the last generation. Are you ready?
I'm ready, dude. Let's hit it.
It is sweet. You almost got the best of me. Now you hear me. I'm back on my feet. And you won't get the rest of me.
All right, my first vibes with this one is there was a guy who had his heart broken by a woman. She thought she got the best of him, but she won't get the rest of him. He's ready to move on.
I changed my style. Bustin' loose. I got a family now. Bustin' loose. I got a reason to start out bustin' loose.
What a bass line. This is great, dude. Okay. He's busted loose, man. He's breaking down barriers and moving on from this toxic relationship.
Bustin' loose. Still not
I'm almost getting a little Goof Troop kind of vibe, or Goofy movie kind of sound. I'm gonna say, all right, I'm just gonna come out and say the name of the show has to be Bustin' Loose.
That
3 for
is
3.
correct.
Let's go. But it could be reversal. It could be a woman who was heartbroken and feels like busting loose. But I think if that were the case, it would be a female vocal on the jingle, on the theme song.
Yep.
I'm busted loose. I can see my love returning. Get out the way, I'm busted loose.
Final guess.
All right. Well, okay. So I got the name of the show right, Bustin' Loose. That's a pretty damn good theme song. Yeah, I'm gonna say. It just sounds so typical, doesn't it? It sounds like, you thought you got the best of me, but you won't get the rest of me. You're not really gonna bring me down. I'm busting loose, and I'm starting over. It's got to be about a person getting out of a relationship, looking for a fresh start, and what's gonna await them
Right?
in the world.
Wrong.
So close. It's not about a relationship. It's a play on words. Bustin' Loose. Because Jimmy Walker, Dynamite, stars as Sonny Burns, a former con artist who had been caught by the authorities and sentenced to 5 years of community service.
Oh,
He
no.
was placed in the home of a social worker who lived with 4 orphans. Sonny lives in the basement and tells exaggerated tales. So he was busting loose from prison.
No, that makes perfect sense. And I'm sure with the visual, that would have been a no-brainer.
Actually, if you see the visual, it literally looks like that beginning of the Cosby Show when everybody's out dancing.
You're like, so wait a minute, is this a good story or no?
It's literally if Bill Cosby busted out of prison to do the Cosby Show now and wanted to recreate everything for his own little Saved by the Bell, Punky Brewster 2020 remake.
Golly. Well, at least I got the name of the show right. I mean,
Yes.
but it's going to say it over and over again in the theme song, so you kind of just attach to whatever you're hearing multiple times.
Yes.
But hey, I'll take it. And remember, at the end of this, I need you to give me an overall grade.
Now this one is from CBS in 1983.
There's a brand new world awaiting, lots of things I wanna see. There's a new crowd congregating in a spot I gotta be.
Man, I'm getting very Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, Oswald's vibe. Like this is an older show for sure. This has got to be like 70s, 60s. There's a whole new world awaiting. I got nothing so far rather than very, very much Brady Bunch vibes.
There's a house with bright lights shining and a party just for me. Never been there before, but got my foot in the door.
Dude, this is a tough one. There's a party just waiting for me. It's almost like a man who's gonna make the world his oyster. He's gonna, you're not gonna believe the things he's gonna accomplish this time around.
Would you say this time around makes him what age?
Gosh, he's got to be a middle-aged man who's been through, I don't know, maybe a failed marriage, or maybe he has kids and he has 3 sons and maybe she has 3 daughters, and when they come together, they're quite the bunch. I'm getting that same vibe. This is some sort of knockoff to the Brady Bunch. I was about to make my prediction on what it's called, but I want to hear one more snippet.
Don't you cloud my sun that's rising. Don't you spoil my big parade. Maybe love's on my horizon before the rainbow starts to fade. Hey, it's better late than never, and at last I got it paid. Never felt it before, but got my foot in the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the name of the show is Foot in the Door.
That is
4 for 4.
correct.
It has to be. But the thing is, what the hell is it about? You know, I immediately get middle-aged guy. I'm trying to find my microphone. Middle-aged guy. Look, I don't know. It's that old typical. I'm looking for a fresh start. I'm gonna get out there and give it my all and make the world my oyster kind of thing.
And it's good inside, not like before. Got my foot in the door.
Foot in the door. It's got to be about a dad who's looking to start over with his family.
I am going to give you that one in full. Widower Jonah leaves the quiet life he had with his wife in New Hampshire for New York City, becoming an uninhibited flirt. This concerns his uptight son Jim and daughter-in-law Harriet.
Wow. So that's pretty spot on. You're right. So wait a minute. Is he leaving his wife, or is he just like a pretty lousy husband?
So here's what's weird, because I tried to do research about these shows too, to figure out what exactly I was seeing.
Right.
And in the video, it shows a car driving away that says just deceased instead of just married.
Oh gosh.
Oh wait, yeah, okay, never mind. It does say Widower Jonah.
Widower. Okay, yep. So, yeah, see, like my thing was it could have been a failed marriage. I guess, I mean, if she's dead, technically it's a failed life.
It could have succeeded.
I don't know. No, it could have, but she's deceased. So, I'll take full credit on that. If you're gonna pass it over, I'm in.
Our next show is from ABC in 1980. You know about 1980 ABC television, right?
No, is that like Wonder Years?
No, that's like 9 years away from Wonder Years.
Oh gosh, dude.
I was young, I played the games of childhood. As a child would, I used to play. I'm a big girl now.
First impression, she's a big girl now. She's no longer a kid, and she's a girl growing up. That's it, man. That's all I got right now.
This is the type of TV theme song that would have drove me away from a show. Like, I would have heard this and I would have said, yeah, this one's not for me.
Yeah, same. My first, personal, thought were like, yeah, I don't know if this is something that I'd watch. But I'm like, okay, look, I got to try to decipher what this is about here.
But time slips by like a daydream. I suddenly realize the years have flown and I have grown. I'm out on my own.
Gosh, no wonder this show didn't last, dude. This is not... We've had some pretty banger theme songs so far, but this one just isn't. It's just sad. I know it's got to be about this girl who's grown up and now she's out on her own, and she's gonna meet some, wacky best friend and maybe some sort of relationship along the way. But dude, I don't know. This show just sounds awful.
The games I play today are not like childhood, like a child would. I'm not like her. I wish I were, but I'm a big girl now.
And the name of the show is?
Oh man. I had one in my mind around clip number 2, but then I changed my mind at the very end, and it's Big Girl Now.
That is correct.
I'm going to give you credit for that one. It's actually called I'm a Big Girl Now.
Okay. All
and
right.
what is the show about?
Okay, well, just write in the title. It's a girl who grows up. I'm picturing, I don't know, maybe she was some sort of child star, but now she's grown up now and she wants to live and lead her real life. She'll come across, wacky friends and strange people, but she's just happy all the frickin' time, and it's so annoying. That's what I got, dude.
Diana Cassidy is a young divorcee and mother who, along with her daughter Becky, moves back home with her recently single father and dentist Benjamin, played by Danny Thomas, And I see in the video a young Martin Short is in it, so he must be the wacky best friend.
Yep.
I'm going to give you half credit on that one.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It was, I mean, the whole her being like a child star thing, I was like, maybe that was like a reach. I had no idea.
No, this show is not the type of show that's going to be that creative.
No, but what a bad theme song. And like childhood, like a child would. And I guarantee it, everybody in the room like, oh my God, that's great. It's like, no, that's not great. That's terrible. Stop.
Which is a shame because I'm looking at the composer of this. The words were by Leslie Bricusse, and he's the guy who created one of my all-time favorite musicals, probably the only one I really like, of Scrooge from the 1970s, which I watch every year.
That's
and
cool.
He created the songs from that, so I'm kind of like, wow, I guess they're not all winners for him either.
No, they are not all home runs for anybody, and that's what we're learning throughout this game here.
This one is pretty infamous. It's from what people often like to call one of the worst pilot seasons for NBC in the 80s. I think from 1983, 84.
Hello, it's me, and only you can see me.
Okay, so what are we getting so far?
Well, you get the cheesy, it's me, Jessica. I got that from the hot chick. I don't know why.
It's me, Jessica.
Okay, this is either a boy or girl who has a imaginary friend, or it's gotta be something strange like that.
You know what I just want to do right as soon as like the TV theme song hit, it goes, hey, it's me!
It's me.
John Cena!
John Cena!
Yeah, right? That'd be amazing. But yeah, my first vibes is definitely imaginary friend of some sort.
I just saw the most beautiful ghost in the world.
Wait, what?
She slept here. I just saw the most outrageous kind of a girl, and she lives here.
Oh my God. So it might not be an imaginary friend. This might be, in fact, an imaginary ghost woman. This is taking us. This is a swerve, bro.
Jennifer, what you doing to me? In and out of my life you appear. They say the stars don't shine as bright since you left here.
Yeah, dude. This is definitely a ghost. This is somebody's relationship with a ghost of some kind, but I can't put my finger on it quite yet.
Jennifer slept here. She lived here. She loved here, laughed here, and wept here. She slept here, and she never really left here. Jennifer slept here.
Okay, well, clearly the ghost's name is Jennifer, right? She slept here, she lived here, she ate here, but she never left here. So Jennifer's a ghost. Dude, okay. Family moves into a brand new house. A house which former said ghost Jennifer used to live at until she died, but her spirit never left. So now Jennifer is friends with this family's kid, whether it's a boy or a girl, and becomes their best friend.
And what's the name of the show?
The name of the show is it's gotta just be called Jennifer, I assume.
Right? Wrong.
Ooh, half credit. It's called Jennifer Slept Here.
See, I was like, but they said Jennifer slept here, she ate here, she never left here. I was like, they should just call it Jennifer.
But the good news is you are correct on this plot description.
Really?
See, Jennifer Farrell was once a popular movie actress in 1978 who made the unfortunate mistake, as we all do, of chasing an ice cream truck near her Los Angeles home. When the ice cream truck backed up, accidentally killing her,
Oh my God.
she decided to haunt this house. 6 years later, the Elliott family moved from New York into Jennifer's home. So basically, Jennifer haunts the household and befriends the family's teenage son, Joey, who's the
Wow.
only person who sees her.
That's so interesting that the father that handled the case, it would be that he would move into her old house.
Now, what movie does this sound like?
Oh, man. I don't know. I mean, what? The movie Ghost?
Close. Think about a family buying a house that was a little sketchy.
Amityville Horror? I mean...
Poltergeist. And
Okay,
this show even had a cameo from that old woman from Poltergeist playing the woman from Poltergeist.
Wow, that's crazy, dude.
I command you to take your wayward spirit from this house. $200 you paid for this? And last week I begged you for $1. Silence!
And a little bit more to this theme song. It's another one done by Joey Scarberry, who's the guy from Almost Home and The Greatest American Hero.
Gotcha. So you're only going to give me half credit for this one, even though I nailed the entire plot of the show.
Yeah, but the show wasn't called Jennifer. That could be a show that Jennifer Lopez starred in 2001.
Jennifer Lopez is starring in a public breakup right now.
Or in a future video I'm going to make, there's a TV pilot that didn't get picked up that has Jennifer Love Hewitt playing an ESPN anchor.
What?
And Tom Brady cameos in it.
Can we watch that for the show?
Yes.
I'm in.
I got it saved. I got all these pilots saved that we got to go over someday. Someday.
Next one.
This is an American sitcom from CBS in 1980.
80, okay.
How do I fit in a room full of women when they don't even know that I exist?
It's my life. Is this a show about me?
Does this feel like if somebody took this on TikTok, they could make this into a trend?
Oh my God, without a doubt.
Daily I rehearse, ladies first, up with women. Still, I'm at the bottom of the list.
You know the old saying that, nice guys finish last. And I think that's never been said more. I think that's never been said more true for our main character of this program here.
Should I be polite? Should I stand up and fight when they don't seem to want me for my mind?
Guy's having troubles.
No, he is. They don't seem to want him for his mind.
So what type of situation do you think he's living in right now? You need more.
Well, there's got to be a way that I can shine. So ladies, step right up. My time has come. I'm gonna feel like number one when I take your hand. Gonna be a ladies' man.
Okay, so my thing is this guy is very much not a ladies' man in any way, shape, or form. He's almost dreaming about being one, but he feels like his time has come. Take my hand. I'll show you that I'm the ladies' man. I'm going to go out on a limb right now early and say ladies' man is the name of the program.
That is correct.
It is the name of the program.
Let's go!
Now, what's his problem with the ladies? Is he not getting them? Is he surrounded by them? Does he not like them?
Let me say, I think he's always, whatever, females he's around, they always kind of, perceived him as the brother type or the friend type. This guy's been friend zoned his entire life, and now he's ready to break out and show all these women what they're missing and why he is in fact a ladies' man.
A ladies' man.
Schedule it, book it.
A ladies' man. A ladies' man.
Right? Wrong.
I'm not going to give you credit on that one. This one is about a divorced dad who's a single father.
Okay.
And at work and at home, he's completely surrounded by women.
Okay.
So he works at a magazine called Woman's Life.
Interesting.
Yeah, and, he's got other columnists. We got a researcher, Gretchen, Susan. Susan's a militant feminist.
Of course it's a Gretchen and a Susan. You said this is from the 80s. I love that.
So he has to deal with his home life and his work life, and it's just surrounded by women. I wouldn't watch this show.
No, I don't think I'd watch the show either. I think the idea I pitched was much better. Rather than, all right, at home, he's stuck around his daughters and his wife who are women, and at work, he's stuck around women. It's like, dude, you don't really have it that bad. What are you moaning about?
Isn't it kind of amazing how many of these shows are about divorced dads? It's like the prime real estate is like, all right, you between 40 and 55, we need you to be divorced, widowed, or something, but your life has changed now, and these new characters have arrived.
Right, that's the thing. It's like, was that like, okay, what we need, a broken family because people can relate to that, and the dad, he's gonna move on. But what if he works at this publication, which is a female magazine? Well, what if he works with only women and he has a daughter and a wife and he's always surrounded by women? Write this, book it, send the pilot. It's like, no.
So this next show aired in syndication in 1986.
There's a lot of 80s stuff in here.
You and I were somehow brought together. Could it be that fate lent us a hand?
What are we thinking?
All right, I'm thinking two people that didn't expect it, but they were somehow brought together. Under what circumstances, I don't know yet.
It may take time to get to know each other, but step by step, we'll build a master plan.
So it's going to take time for them to get to know each other. What do you think the kink is to this show? What do you think the twist is?
All right, well, my lady sometimes has me watch this show called Married at First Sight. And it's these people that agree to get married without ever meeting each other, and I'm getting that same kind of strange vibe here. It's gonna take us time to get to know each other, but we're already committed to each other, and we just need to figure it out. Like, that's what I'm getting off the bat here.
Side by side, we'll show them we can make it. Hand in hand, we'll do what we must do. You and I will be there for each other. And side by side, we'll make our dreams come true.
You gotta love on these TV themes. It's always about dreams coming true.
No, I gotta say, that's a damn good TV show theme song. I liked it. But gosh, I almost wanted to call it Step by Step.
There's no way you're gonna get the name of this show based on the lyrics.
Okay.
So just make a wild guess.
What is it? I don't know what it's called. What is it called?
I'm gonna call it Dreams Come True, I guess. I don't know.
Me and Mrs. C.
Okay, that is nowhere in this theme song. But again, I think it's about two people that were thrown together. Like, you know how back in the days, like, different royal families would, oh, you know, your princess is gonna marry our prince, and then we'll be one big, predetermined marriage arrangements kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
I think it might be something like that. And they have to, why am I still wearing this blindfold? They have to try to figure it out along the way. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting from this.
Ooh, you should have thought of some other 80s shows where an old white couple or white person gets a black child like Webster, or because this one is a show about a young black female ex-convict named Jerry who becomes a boarder with an old white woman, Miss Conkle, in an effort to turn her life around. The show is how it chronicles their life adjusting to each other.
That's so interesting. See, listening to that and not being able to view it, I didn't even pick that up at all. I just thought it was just about a couple. But no, it makes perfect sense now that you explain it. It does. But I still don't know where the name of the show came from, quite honestly.
Well, it's me, who's probably the ex-convict, and Mrs. C.
Ah, Mrs. Convict.
This one is a late edition, but it was so amazing that I needed to include it.
Let's hit it.
Miss Banana.
What?
we thinking?
I'm thinking this is amazing. Keep it going.
Do you have any thoughts based on the lyrics? There's quite a bit thrown at you right there.
Yeah, there's a lot coming at you right in the beginning. I'm thinking there's a girl, and she's all of a sudden having these feelings that she's never had before. And this is a very Bananarama record, and I'm into it.
New thoughts.
You wait right here for 10 seconds. Hold on. I gotta find something. I'm going,
Uma distribuição Turner International.
One more time.
Yes, absolutely. This is a banger.
Uma distribuição Turner International.
Just the clips from the video is amazing. I want you to guess what the name of the show is. Give me the thoughts of what you think this is about, and then I'm gonna break down why I need to find all 13 episodes.
Okay. For me, the show's got to be called Going Bananas.
That
I'm gonna
is
say
correct.
okay. Dude, it could be some girl's relationship with a pet monkey, which I just brought out. I don't know. I'm crying right now. Dude, I don't know. I think she's why is she going bananas? That's what I want to try to find out. And why are they speaking French in the beginning and the end?
This is a Mexican television rip of the show. It aired in 1984 for NBC. It was made by Hannah-Barbera. I can't give you credit for the description because you missed some of the early lyrics where it talked about a close encounter gave him ESP. Because Roxana Banana is an orangutan that escaped from the zoo and was adopted by the Cole family. One night, a mystery spaceship came down from the sky and gave him superpowers with a lightning bolt. So now he's being pursued by people who want to take advantage of his powers. And it stars James Avery.
Turkey. With pillowy mounds of mashed potatoes.
No, it does not. James is not in this show.
So our next show, I don't think you're going to be able to understand it all. It's very not self-explanatory.
How are we supposed to top Going Bananas? We've already reached the peak of this program.
If you're looking to buy, give my baby a try. She'll get you the lowest rate in town with no money down. Another you can't refuse. With her you just can't lose. There's no better way to invest. She'll show you the very best.
I don't know. I'm thinking James Brown. That's all I'm thinking about right now. It's kind of funky. It could be at the risk of sounding ignorant. I'm definitely picturing a black family, and but I don't know the premise yet.
It's the only thing that's real. Place is worth its weight in gold. Change that for sale sign to sold.
All right, that should give you a little bit more.
Okay. All right. So this family moves to a new town. They buy this new house, and the name of the show is Open House.
The show is called Open House.
Let's go.
That is correct.
Now I'm not so sure. Is it a white family or is it a black family or is it I still can't tell yet.
This won't help you out at all, but do you want to know who somebody playing a minor role is? Very famous celebrity?
Yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres plays Margot Van Meter, the sassy, man-hungry secretary.
Okay, so, gosh, I don't know then. What?
Put your name on the dotted line if you want to call it mine.
That is really funky.
Oh, it is. Open house, keep it real, baby, close that deal. I don't know if he's a real estate agent or she is a real estate agent, or did he just move his family to a new house?
So what are you going with? You thinking this is about a family in a new house or a real estate agent?
I think this is about a guy who sells homes.
That is correct.
Open House starred Allison LaPlaca as Linda Phillips, a former studio exec who now started a business where they sell homes.
Aha.
And it's all about their sassy workplace.
So my initial thoughts when I heard this, I thought Family Matters, like right away. I was like, okay, this seems to me just like your typical American black family, but I was way wrong. But at least I got the name of the show and what it's about right.
Right. And now, if you want that 90s style, we are going on to our next one. This one deals in one of your favorite fields.
I just hope people don't think that I'm a racist of any kind for trying to decipher what nationality the family is in these TV shows.
No, you know what? Because I listen to the Scrubs podcast, and like you have Donald Faison talking about, black sitcoms, white sitcoms, and
right.
Hey, as long as you're not watching them because of something.
Oh no, it's a great theme. I mean, there's literally, I think there's only been one I haven't liked so far.
Bobby, how many times have I told you to leave your father's radio alone?
Radio.
How awesome is the New Jack Swing theme song?
Oh, dude, this is dope, and I love that it's it might be about radio, which would be super cool for me.
And do you have any kind of other clues what you're thinking so far?
I don't, other than there's a mother, a father, and a son, and don't touch your dad's radio. That's what I'm picking up so far. But this kid loves music.
So, what is the name of the show, and what are you thinking?
Name of the show, Rhythm and Blues.
That is correct.
It is Rhythm and Blues. What's the hook? Why am I watching this show?
Gosh, maybe the kid's dad is a radio DJ, which would be freaking sweet, because I would want to watch this. I only know one other show that's about radio broadcasting, and that's the
WKRP.
Yeah, so that's a great one. I thought turkeys could fly. Gosh, I don't know. This kid just loves music. He wants the rhythm and blues, and I'm not talking about the WWF tag team, short-lived tag team. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna say this dude is a radio DJ, and his son loves music.
He's a radio DJ.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe sometimes he brings his kid to work with him, and the kid loves music.
And you think the hijinks just happen because the kid gets him in trouble at the radio station?
Yeah, I'm thinking, he obviously has relationships with all these people at work. Maybe he's just the radio DJ, or maybe he's the boss. But his kid gets him into all these wacky situations, and at the end of it, they all laugh about them.
Well, here's where NBC had to worry about coming off as a little bit of racist.
Yeah.
Because this show is about this guy, Roger Cabler, who gets hired on to a rhythm and blues radio station because they think he's a black guy when he's really just a white dude. And that's the premise. He's a white guy running a black radio station.
That's so funny.
Canceled after 5 episodes, and people got mad that it was racist.
That's real life though. Like I've had so many people hear my voice and just think that I was black. That's so wild that they were like, no, we got to pull the plug after 5. Like we can't risk this. Sponsors are pissed. Wow, that's crazy, man.
I bet half the humor is probably being like every artist that comes into the station being like, oh, I only know you because of your voice. Oh, well, I'm waiting for that guy. No, I'm the guy. No, you're not the guy.
You can't be, kind of thing. Dude, I'd watch it. I don't know. It's about radio, so I'm just fascinated about that. So, I don't know. I'd watch it and see what all the hoopla was about.
And finally, if you're playing along at home, this one stars 2 people that would go on to become mega famous.
Why can't Hulu have a section? Of failed TV shows?
I have said for years, like, these things brought in a vault somewhere. They have all the rights.
People love terrible films. Why? Like, I see no reason not to put the 5 episodes of Rhythm and Blues out.
Well, there's like 13, and then they pull it after 5, and that's what happens with a lot of these shows.
Oh, okay.
They fail, and then you have all these ones that never air in America, or like, you remember Life on a Stick?
Yeah, it's a good show.
And it only aired 5 in America, and then, like, if you went to certain sites, they give you the South American rips, which were in English, and you get the last 7 episodes.
Right. I have the full run from you.
Yeah, so I think you're right. I think, like, you have your Peacocks, you have your Paramounts, and it's just like,
exactly.
Just throw the full things on there. They can't take up that much other than the tape transfer.
Exactly.
And I would kill. There's one called The Fish Bowl or The Fish Tank that Drake Bell starred in the year after Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
It could suck terribly, and it probably wasn't that good, but I'd like to see it. And
now was that supposed to be like a CBS show? And was it a major?
I want to say CBS. I want to say, and it also had a few other kids that were relatively famous as well.
Nice. See, why not? It can't, like, literally, you have all the server space in the world. Like, why not?
I've told Peacock, I said, you guys filmed a Coach reboot, and you decided not to go forward with it. Just throw it on there.
We'll watch it.
Yeah.
I think one of the things people do with streaming is they spend more time trying to find something to watch than they do the duration of what they're actually watching.
Yeah.
So why not just have more, like, you just come across this, wait a minute, what the heck was this show? And then you go to your, hey Siri, what was this show? Siri, don't start going off. And you kind of do that, and it's like, oh, and then it's like, what? This show got let's see what this is all about.
So, would this show last in your mind?
We get up each day. That's what life's all about.
Okay, waking up.
Go to work and we work and we work till we work it out.
Get up and go to work. That's that's the American way, I suppose.
I mean, I hear the song and it hits me. It just hits me.
See, when I first heard the bell, I thought, okay, maybe this is school related, but then it's like, no, I'd wake up and I go to work and I work and so I can work. And I'm like, well,
we can't lay in bed.
No, you can't.
The money's too tight.
It's too tight. You gotta go to work.
So we work and we hope that it works out right.
So you're just a hardworking American person who thinks that their hard work is gonna make everything work out. This sounds like a terrible show.
I sort of pick it like they're working just to work more. They're not getting anywhere.
No, but they're just hoping it'll work out.
When I get tired, can't get inspired to drag it out of the door. I tell myself that we're a team, and I remember what a partner is for.
Okay, so now this is about a hardworking couple rather than just a one hardworking individual, and they're just trying to, they're trying to make ends meet.
Well, money is nice,
Money's tight.
but easily spent.
It spends too fast.
Pretty soon we're just shaking our heads, wondering where it all went.
That just hits ya. I know the feelings, TV show.
I think the title has something to do with work, but I'm not quite certain yet.
And only love can buy life's lasting gifts. We're working still. We're working still.
Wait, what the heck is he saying? Work instead?
Still.
Work.
We're working still.
Why is there gunshots at the end of that? Working steers?
Think of
like
a phrase that
cattle-
you've heard of. What do they call people? A working
man.
Working stiff. A working stiff.
Oh, I've never heard that
You've
expression.
never heard? Oh, you're just a working stiff?
No.
All right, so you got working in your title. What are you thinking?
Well, then, you just gave it to me. His show's got to be called Workin' Stiff, which is what the Legion of Doom did. But I don't think it's
working
that.
stiff.
Yeah, but I don't think it's that kind of working. I think they're just regular people hoping for more. This sounds like a boring show.
Two pals who were
So
hold
it's
on.
not a couple.
No,
They're just
it is-
friends.
It is not a couple. It's an American sitcom which starred James Belushi and Michael Keaton as
And
brothers.
James
Ernie.
Avery.
Not James Avery. He's working with a monkey. He's working with the monkey.
Yep.
No, it's James Belushi and Michael Keaton. So Batman is a working stiff. Beetlejuice is a working stiff.
Oh my God.
And they work in an office building owned by their uncle. They're roommates in the apartment over the cafe. And, every day it's just slapstick comedy because they're working stiffs. They gotta go to work.
They're going to work.
So for Jeff, I'm Joe. This is
No. Hold on, you SOB. I need to
Wait a
know,
minute.
on a scale of 1 to 100, where do you grade me on literally blind reacting to these theme songs? What's my overall grade?
Your favorite homie's final score ended up being a, which makes him exceed the percentage he guaranteed. Congratulations.
I just want to thank the Academy, first and foremost. I just want to thank myself as well for the just countless hours of television that I've watched throughout my life. A lot of time wasted, but a lot of lessons learned. So that's what I'd like to say. Thank you.
Because those were your better days. For
Yes.
Pop Culture Paradise, I'm Joe. That's Jeff. And if you like this video, like, click, and subscribe.
These are my better days.